kids. We're so excited that you're watching with us this morning. We have so many great things in store for you today. We're going to be doing crafts, we're going to be going over the memory verse, and we're going to be going over the story of Moses in the burning bush. We're going to have lots of fun today, so make sure you jump into worship.
What is up, living kids? I'm so excited to be worshiping with you today. We have a very brand new song that I'm going to teach to you guys, so let's get ready to do it together.
Your feet, you're the only one I need. I turn to you and you are always there. In troubled times it's you I see. I put you first, that's all I need. I humble all I am, all to you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the only one that I could live for. You're the only one, you're the only one, you're the only one that I could live for. You were always, always there, every how and everywhere. Your grace abounds so deeply within me. You will never ever change. Yesterday, today, the same. Forever till forever meets no end. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. Are you having fun? Well, what we're going to do now is we're all going to get down nice and low. That's it. How low can you go? And we're going to sing, you are the way, the truth, and the life. Come on, let me hear you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living on for you. Up a bit higher. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living on for you. You are the way. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living on for you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living on for you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. He's the one who makes the sun shine. He's the one who puts the moon in the sky. He's the one who hung the stars one by one. He's the one who makes the birds sing. He's the one who makes your dreams so high. He's the
This is Moses.
Heyo.
Moses was an Israelite boy born in Egypt in a time when Israelite boys were not supposed to live.
Wait, huh?
The Israelites were slaves to the Egyptians. But God had a special plan for Moses,
Oh, eh?
and he spent his childhood in the palace of the Pharaoh. You see, when Moses grew up, he made a big mistake.
Uh-oh.
Pharaoh found out what Moses had done, and he tried to have Moses killed.
Ah!
So Moses ran away from Egypt. He stopped in the land of Midian,
Ah.
and 7 sisters came to the well to give water to their father's flock. Some shepherds came to drive them away,
Hey, you.
but Moses stood up for the women.
Hey.
Now these sisters were the daughters of the Midianite priest named Jethro. When Jethro heard what Moses did for his daughters, he sent for Moses. So Moses came to live among the Midianites, and he married Zipporah, one of Jethro's daughters.
Huh?
Meanwhile, back in Egypt, the old Pharaoh died, but he was replaced by a new Pharaoh who continued to treat the Israelites poorly.
Oh, man.
The Israelites cried out to God because of the terrible things that the Pharaoh made them do. God heard these people and knew it was time to act. One day, Moses was tending Jethro's flock when an angel of the Lord appeared to Moses through a burning bush that would not burn up.
What? Oh.
Moses stopped to look at the bush, and he heard the voice of God say, "Moses, Moses."
Hello?
God then told Moses how sad he was because of the suffering of his people. He told Moses that he wanted to do something about it, and he wanted Moses to be the one to do it.
Oh, me?
But Moses did not think he was the right person to go. God said, "I will be with you."
Morning.
But Moses said that he wouldn't know the right thing to say to the people. So God said to tell the people that God himself had sent him and promised Moses that his plan would be fulfilled through Moses. But Moses still said to God that he did not think the people would believe him. So God said, "What is that in your hand?"
Oh, me?
Moses said, "A staff." God told Moses to throw it on the ground.
Wow, okay.
Then God told Moses to catch it. God showed Moses another sign
Huh? Phew.
and told him to show these signs to the people if they did not believe what he said. Moses still didn't think he would have the right words to say, but God said that he himself was the one who made a man's mouth and gave him the ability to speak, so there was no need to worry. Yet even after all this, Moses said, "God, please send someone else." Then God got mad at Moses
Oops.
and said that he would send Moses' brother Aaron to speak for Moses. So Moses went back to his father-in-law and told him that he needed to go back to Egypt. Moses and his family started their journey back to Egypt, and Moses carried the staff of God in his hand, for this staff would be the tool God would use to demonstrate his awesome power to the Israelites and to the Egyptians.
Hi, is that you? Hey, Ozzy, how's it going? It's going so good. Hey, I was just about to read a Bible story. Do you want to join me?
Yes.
All right, today we're going to be talking about Moses and the burning bush. You ready?
Let's go.
All right, so when Moses was a man, he left the palace. And Pharaoh, he's the bad guy in the story, was still being mean to the Israelites. And so Moses tried to protect them. And so Pharaoh tried to kill Moses.
What?
That's crazy. And so Moses escaped from Egypt.
That's good.
And he went to a place called Midian. Can you say Midian with me? Midian. There you go. And he became a shepherd.
What's a shepherd?
He takes care of sheep.
Oh, okay.
And so one day, while Moses was watching his sheep, he saw something strange. A bush was on fire, but get this, it wasn't burning up.
What?
How is that even possible? From the inside of the bush, God spoke. Moses, bring my people out of Egypt. Take them to a new land that I will show you. This new land is called Canaan.
Whoa.
And so Moses was worried that Pharaoh would not listen. And so God told Moses to throw his staff on the ground. And guess what? You're never going to believe what happens next.
What happened?
When he did, the staff became a snake.
A snake?
A snake.
What?
And so God told Moses to reach down and grab the snake.
No.
Oh my goodness, I'd be so scared.
Me too.
But it became a staff again when Moses picked it up.
That seems like magic.
I know, but God said, I will use signs like this to show Pharaoh I have sent you. But I cannot speak very well, complained Moses. But God said, do not worry. Your brother Aaron is a great speaker. I will send him with you. And so Moses returned with Aaron to Egypt. And when they arrived, Moses told the Israelites what God had said. The end.
Oh my goodness.
Wasn't that such a cool story?
That was kind of scary.
I know, but it was so cool to see that even though Moses was afraid, and even though he couldn't speak very well, God still used him to save his people.
Wow, that's good.
Well, hey, Ozzy, thanks so much for reading this Bible story with me. I hope that I'll see you next week.
Of course. Yeah.
Alrighty, well, I'll see you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm leaving, dear. I will be back by evening.
Don't go too far.
All right, woman.
But in Egypt, the children of Israel were being tortured. They were treated very badly, and their cries came up to God. God chose Moses to help Abraham's descendants.
Hey, you little one. You have had enough to eat? Oh, I think it's time to leave. Come on, everyone. Come here. Hey, come here. Don't go there. Stop. You, be careful. Come here. What is that? I have never seen anything like that before. A fire that doesn't burn the bush.
And when he reached near that bush, God spoke to him.
Moses. Huh? Moses. Moses. I'm here. I'm right here. Take off your shoes, for you are standing on holy ground. I have taken off my shoes. I am Yehovah, God of Israel. I am the God of your forefathers, the God of Abraham and the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. I have seen the condition of my people who are in Egypt. I have heard their cries. I mean to deliver them out of the hands of Egyptians and bring them to the land that was promised to their fathers. I will send you, Moses, to free them, and you will bring my people to serve me upon this mountain.
Who am I, Lord, to do this? If I go back to Egypt and say that I was sent by God, nobody would believe me. What do I tell them?
Give the people my message, and they will follow you out of Egypt to this mountain, and then you will lead them to their true home, a land that will flow with milk and honey for them all. Do not be afraid. Do as I've instructed Moses, and I will be with you.
And following God's instructions, Moses left his home, his wife and children.
Do you really have to go?
God has spoken. I must go.
But you were really happy here.
No, dear. I'm sorry to say this, but I wasn't really happy staying here. How could I be happy knowing that my people were being crushed in Egypt?
But...
We have talked about this. I have to go.
Father, don't go.
Come on, son. I have told you. I'm following God's instructions.
Will we ever see you again?
Of course, son. You must have faith.
We will wait for you, Moses. We will wait.
Bye, Father.
Bye, son. We have made it. We are here. We made it here, my friend. Ah, come on, donkey. Let's sit here for some time. Here, drink some water.
Moses?
Who? Aaron! My brother!
Moses, you're here.
Brother! Miriam, my sister.
Baby brother, I knew we would meet again someday.
But how did you know that I'll be coming?
I had a dream. God told me to meet you here.
It was no dream, brother. We have to do as He has commanded.
The situation here has worsened, Moses.
What happened, brother?
The king died last year, and now his son Ramesses is ruling. He's ruthless, arrogant, and a slave master. He's torturing our people. Our sufferings have grown tenfold under him, Moses.
All our troubles are going to end soon. We will go and see Pharaoh tomorrow.
Ramesses?
Yes, I haven't seen him in years.
Yes, we will. Let's go to our home now. I told our people that you would be coming. I told them about the land that God promised them.
Aaron, I'm glad you are with me. We are going to need all the help that we can get.
I will always be by your side, Moses.
Thank you, my brother.
You'll be staying with us, little brother. Take good rest. You have much to do tomorrow.
Moses, Moses the murderer, Moses the coward.
Ramesses, I come on urgent business. I come as a representative of God.
Representative of God, huh? Ha ha ha. And what does he have to say?
God has spoken to me. The Lord God of Israel says, "Let my people go."
Ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh Moses, you expect me to just let the Hebrews leave? Just like that? Because of a God who I haven't heard of wants me to? You should mind your own business and get out of here. You are pathetic in my eyes. You are a fraud. I am the God of Egypt.
Show him, it's time.
Behold the power of the Lord God.
Father?
Don't worry, son. It's just a trick. Bring our magicians.
Yes, master.
Oh, a snake, is it? Here you go.
Huh?
See, two snakes. Even our magicians can outdo your so-called God.
Our magicians are better.
Hey, look! His snake is eating ours.
Huh?
Father?
Hear me, Pharaoh. Let my people go.
Tell your God that Pharaoh will not release his slaves. No! Tell your God that I'll increase their work. I will no longer give them straw to make their bricks. They will have to find their own straw. Tell your God that.
You are going to suffer for this.
What is up, living kids? Pastor Matt back yet again with another craft. Today we have an awesome craft that's going to be one of my favorite ones so far. We're going to be making the burning bush from the story that Pastor Diana read with Moses. All right, all you're going to need is 2 napkins, some Sharpies, one or colors or markers or whatever you need, wherever you can find. It's 2 that are kind of fiery colors so you can color up your fire and your flames. And then I'm using one that's green so I can color up the bush. And then you're going to need a coffee filter. You can go ahead and steal one. Tell your dad that I said it's okay. You can go ahead and take one from his coffee pile. Okay. All right. And then you're going to need a plastic cup. This is the most important thing. Here we go. Now first you're going to color the napkins green. Here we go. Okay, and once you're done coloring your bush, we're going to put it inside of the cup. And you want the green part to face on the outside of the plastic cup. Okay. 2, wrap it around. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, now we're going to color our fire. Okay, flame. Okay, all right, and bam! We got ourselves our fire. I didn't color the middle part because I'm gonna fold it in right here and then layer it right on top. Before we do that, I'm gonna go ahead and tear a little bit of pieces from the fire, just all across. That way you get some nice dimension with our flames, okay. All right, now we got our tears, and now we're just gonna put it in right on the top of it. And there we go, we got our burning bush just like from the story of Moses. Remember kids, even when you feel scared or sad, God will still speak to you and He will still use you for His kingdom. I'll see you next week.
Hey living kids, my name is Peter.
And I'm Piper.
And we're going to be doing the
Memory verse. Okay, so today's memory verse is from Psalm 56:3.
Psalm 56:3?
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Me too. Okay, it says, when I am,
who I am, why I am.
yeah.
Are you not reading Dr. Seuss?
No!
Oh, okay.
The Bible!
Oh, okay, that's why you said so.
Oh
I
my
was kind of
goodness.
confused. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Afraid.
When I am afraid. Wait, why would you be afraid?
Because of fear.
Fear? What are you afraid of? I'm afraid of spiders.
Oh yeah, me too.
And snakes.
Oh yeah, me too. I will put my trust in.
Trust it? As in trust in God? Like our pastor?
No.
You just said trust it.
No. Trust space in. Two words.
Space in.
Two.
Oh. 2 seconds. Okay.
Two
I see what
words.
you did there.
Yes.
Okay.
You.
So,
all together now. When I am
afraid,
I will put my trust in.
not trust in God.
Yes. You. Psalm 56:3.
Psalm 56:3.
Yes. So good.
That wasn't cool enough.
So good.
I think that was easy.
So good.
Maybe we should try a harder one. I think I'm getting pretty good at this. I think we need a challenge.
Okay. Well.
Okay, so next week?
Stay tuned for next week, kids.
We'll see you next week. Bye!
Hey living kids, thank you so much for joining us today. It was so much fun doing crafts, worshiping with you, and going over the story of Moses and the burning bush. Make sure you stay tuned for next week. Bye!